So, will this define your real sound as Cabell Road, or what's that looking
I think
like?
I think the real sound of Cabell Road is consistently evolving. I say it like this. If the sound of Cabell Road was a virus, it would be a different virus each season, and it's a different sound each project. But I think there's certain overall qualities of what I look for and what I do. I like very open spaces. I like very open tones. I like very freedom esque platforms to use when I do create. So I think that is pretty true across the board, whether you look at my acoustic songwriter stuff or how I approach my songwriting in general. As I think, if don't want to get too self analytical, but I tend to go for things that are more open and more free, and just more true to how I want to do it. But I think from a commercial sound, this will probably be one of the probably better sounding projects that I've done as far as in my catalog. Um, but there's still some other good ones that I'm pretty happy of that I've done throughout the years too. Certainly, my studio album last year was a good achievement, um, and I may at some point revisit that um, for a remaster.
So, do we have a release on this new work? What's the plan behind all that? You expect come out in the summer or fall, or
It's looking more like it's going to be in the fall sometime. I don't have an exact date for you all as of yet. Just stay posted. You'll see it as it drops on social and the various platforms. But it's looking like it's going to be a fall release,
right?
a pretty solid fall release, and I'll have some information on the first single uh, it is appropriate to provide at that given time.
So, what's next for Cabell Road? What's the future looking like? What you
Well,
got going on besides the music works you're working on?
well, I'm kind of dibbling and dabbling in a couple of other things. Um, I've got a book that I'm working on. I've just kind of put it on hiatus right now to get it reviewed, but I'm going to try to put a little bit more time into that coming up this year and get it in a little bit more tip-top shape. And on top of that, I'm also running another album, which I'm nowhere near in a position to talk about because I'm just a couple of songs in, but it's going to be more of a folksy style um,
Oh, really? Like
album.
your last album, or completely
I
different?
think stylistically, it's going to be completely different, and that's really what I aim for. People say, "Well, don't you want your sound to be like something that's consistent?" Well, I think there's elements of it that are consistent, but I want the projects to be fresh. I want to push the boundaries of what I can do and what I can create, and push my limits each time. Even though I think if you really look and examine it in a micro, if we want to look at a microscope or lens or whatever the scientists say, you'll see the DNA is there. I mean, the DNA is there across every project. It's just how it's presented and the style and what I'm doing is I want to do something that's captivating. That's that is interesting to me and hopefully interesting to the audience too. And so
Right.
ultimately, when you can meet that bridge and everything's kind of on the same bridge, you've really won. I mean, that's the ultimate satisfaction.